I was in. I was 23 when I got drafted, which was older, and married, and I had a good job working in the restaurant business. And I got drafted, went to basic training, was out of shape, so it was a little rough going through basic training. After that, I went to electronic school, which was actually, I was a computer repairman in 1962 or 63, which was way ahead of the industry. When I got sent to my base where I was, they put me in the officers club to be a mess steward, which meant I did all the cooking and tending bar and such forth, which I really liked better. So the end of my experience was good because it was part of the field that I was doing. I was also very happy the day I got out of the Army, but prior to the whole thing, there was a lot of apprehension because every day when you went home, you waited for a letter to say you had to go. Because in them days, it was a draft, and it was a funny situation. It wasn't easy, but it was a good experience. I met a lot of people from different places that I would never have met, and overall, it was a plus. And it was different bases all over the place, and each base had so many missiles that I could fire. And in the beginning there was Nike Ajax, which was a smaller version, and then they replaced it with Nike Herc. In fact, there's still some old bases right around here in Mahwah where you as a child rode a horse. That was one of the bases there. I stayed in that until I transferred over to being in the officers club as a mess steward, which was more to my liking. But the artillery was really interesting. It was an interesting thing. I think, to my chagrin, I'm going to say my father, because from the age of, I guess, 13, I was working in the family business. So every day I had to go to work, and I'd work after school. On Saturday I would work, and on Sunday night we used to have to work because we had to open a business for the week again. So it was done by him, and the way it was in those days, your father told you what to do and you did it. And the work was a great experience, because even now at my being almost 80, I still don't mind working because it's what I really enjoy. I was working in New York for a chain, managing a coffee shop on Fifth Avenue and 59th Street, and this opportunity come up in Hackensack because I always wanted to go into business for myself. I was 26 at the time, and I bought the business in Hackensack and stayed there for 44 years because I enjoyed it. And it was the restaurant business, which is usually a 7-day, 24-hour-a-day business, but it was only Monday to Friday, and I used to be home by 4 o'clock every day, so that I still had a family life. And that's why I did what I did. I gotta think. There was so many interesting situations because most of the customers were lawyers or people that were involved in a court. So whenever there was a major court case, that's when it was really, really interesting. There was a case called Baby M, which was to put the child in the family. One family paid for the adoption of the baby, and the lady who had the baby wanted the baby back. And it was a long, interesting case. That was one. And then we had a policeman shoot a African-American boy in Teaneck. And that case was national attention. The coffee shop was very busy with people, news people, television people, even the Nation of Islam guys would come in every day. And there was like a lot of interesting conversation. It was probably the second most. I think maybe it was the most important case. And then the people that you would see, there was like a lot of celebrities that would come to court. Big time judges, lawyers like F. Lee Bailey came to the coffee shop. Different local attorneys who were ranking people, and the conversation was always very interesting. Yeah, it was interesting seeing what they did when the movie crews came. They changed the whole interior look of the restaurant. They hung curtains, they put paintings, pictures on the walls, they moved things in different places, and they actually shot one scene that, when the movie came out and I saw it, lasted maybe 15 to 30 seconds, whatever it was, and they were there the total day. The people were really nice. The actress was Diane Lane. She was nice. She was friendly, and it was a noir black movie that they were basically trying to hide a gun that was used in a murder. When the movie came out, it played in a village in New York, and we went to see it, and it was, because it was very artsy, the people there really enjoyed it, but my wife and I, we didn't think it was the best movie we ever saw. I really enjoyed it, when they were clapping and talking, right, whatever. And Mayor and I are looking at each other, this movie sucks. Can I say two things? No, what I enjoy now more than anything else is being with my family, especially my granddaughters, because they're my two favorite people. And I also enjoy playing poker in a casino.